So we've got another episode coming to you now. I will start out, not that it matters, thank you to everybody that subscribed recently. That means a lot, more than you can actually imagine, because I never anticipated to do something big. And it's not really big, but to me it is. Anyways, we're gonna work on getting the back measured up, set up. We're gonna get the notch out, we're gonna get measurements, we're gonna get Eddie's in there cutting leaf spring hangers off. I got the passenger side done, he's working on the driver's side right now. We've got some 2x3 3/16 tubing, or squared or rectangular tubing, there we go, in here that we're gonna use to make our notch for the link bars that goes over the drive shaft. In my mind, I know what I'm talking about. You guys may not, and I apologize for that. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna get this set up on time lapse and let you guys see what's going on. I don't even know if you guys heard me. So the idea there was to get the 1x1 placed like we did, to basically guide the axle so that when we cut the frame that we're about to do and the U-bolts, it keeps the axle from moving forward. And then we're going to rely on zip ties currently for the drive shaft. Hopefully it turns out decent. Next thing up, like I said, we're going to cut the U-bolts and then cut the center section of the frame out.
You'll finally be notched.
Say that again.
Finally be notched.
Finally be notched completely. And then at that point I can clean it up and weld the inside piece in, and then start getting all the measurements for the front link bar supports and the front link, or for the link bars and everything.
Get the frame on the ground.
And the frame, yeah, you got to get the frame on the ground. I get ahead of myself.
And then we can put the bed on it and look at it.
No, we can't, because the notch will stick up too high.
We can cut the bed out real quick.
Oh, we're going to cut it out too. All right, I'm going to set you guys up and see where... So yeah, you guys saw, cut the center section out. We put the wheels and tires back on, and you can see those are there where they need to be at. We kind of had a small issue with the drive shaft and the zip ties probably not being equal. binding up, and they just came undone, so I'm not stressed about that at the moment. That'll be something else we address at another point. Truck is laid out completely right now. It is on the frame. Let me get down here, you guys can see what we're seeing. It is on the ground all the way. Everything's how it should be. I mean, sorry. And then you got to think, we got another 2 3/4 inches to come down on this thing. I think it's going to be good. We're going to start getting measuring on the back stuff and go from there. So we've had art and geometry class with Eddie today. With the front notch for the drive shaft, basically what we've ended up doing is I've got the other piece over there on the in the clamp to clean up and bevel it. Basically we used cardboard, made a template, took our measurements and got it all in there, and there we, well, kind of
your assistant Eddie's got it.
My assistant Eddie. We just fine-tuning everything, and there we go. We still got to cut an inch off of this side. We may or may have not miscalculated and went heavy on it a little bit, but yeah, he's gonna finish cutting this other side off. I'm gonna get the bevels going. We're gonna tack it up. We're gonna get it in there and look at it and see how it looks. So essentially I've made a welding table on the back of my truck because I don't have one and I needed something up high enough. That's that notch for the front, or for the link bars. I got it up there so that I can tack it in place, and then we're gonna work all the way around it to do that. I'm not gonna do that at all. I don't know. My brain is.
Mine too. Mine too. Alright.
And there we go. So I've got that. I'll set it up back up on time lapse. You can watch me get the rest of it done. So there we go. Notch is welded up and cooling currently. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned on what it's gonna do when I undo those clamps. A lot of heat obviously, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. Next plan is to wedge it. I say wedge, force it, however you want to word it. Easily put it in there, whatever. In between here, see if everything's gonna work. Pull a couple of measurements. We are pretty sure we've got the lower measurement for the lower link bar. The upper one, there are these tabs here. I was gonna point. There we go. I was gonna use them, but I think after we've talked a little bit, I think the best option that we're gonna do, we're gonna cut those off. Let me fix that. We're gonna cut those off and we're gonna run a 3-link wishbone with the 2 being on the differential, the 1 going to the front, and probably running a Johnny joint. I'm not real sure on that one yet. We're gonna figure that out. Yeah, once that cools off a little bit, I'll set it up, show you guys what I see. The notch support, whatever you guys want to call it, every time he does it. Anyways, the notch is in support. So that being said, I just did it and I just griped about myself doing that. There we go. It is tacked in, as you can see. So went ahead and we did pull the measurements off of it. We got our lowers set up at 28 inches. We're gonna end up doing a wishbone. I was gonna do a 4-link after the measurements and trying to figure out placement and everything. I think I realized that it was a little better to end up doing a wishbone for what I'm going for. I got my wishbone. We're gonna look at like 30.5 inches wide, and then we're gonna put an adjustable single on it at like 28 inches from the axle up to that support. So that is all there. This is how we're sitting right now on the ground. I showed you guys that earlier. Micah hanging out in the truck right now. We're laid out right now, man. I'm ecstatic. So what's the next plan going on? I am going to get with either Jason Thorbeck at Thor Bros, which I'm sure most of you guys know, or Keith at Infamous, and get that wishbone done up. Yeah, so we're gonna sit here, we're gonna hang out, imagine we're driving down the road, or you know, just chilling. So thank you guys as always for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.